It's just dreary. We haven't had all that much rain today. This is just since midnight. Just a few hundredths of an inch in easternmost Massachusetts, but the amounts have been a little higher in Worcester, more than a quarter of an inch. Springfield, a half an inch, and look in Connecticut. Just today, about an inch of rain. But you know, it's not just today it's been raining. It's rained every single day this month except the first day of the month, which was Thursday. And it's all a function of the same storm. This area of low pressure cut off from the main jet stream flow, just kind of sitting and meandering to our west. And as it sits in this position, it is feeding up that plume of moisture with a fire hose directed right towards southern New England. But it hasn't been distributing the rain equally. So this is a look at the rain that has fallen since Saturday. And you can see over parts of the Cape, we haven't even had a half an inch of rain yet. And then you get into these yellows and you're talking about areas that have had 2 inches or more. The oranges are up over 3 inches, and anywhere in the red is closer to 5. That's what we have had in parts of southern New Hampshire and parts of Connecticut as well. Bristol, Connecticut, just west of Hartford, has reported over 4 inches of rain just since Sunday. So there has been quite a bit of rain, and with more falling and some of these downpours, they could lead to some poor drainage flooding. Where we have had the heaviest rain from central to western Massachusetts and northern Connecticut, there is a flood watch up till 8 o'clock tonight. We're keeping an eye on some of these smaller rivers and streams as they will continue to rise with the rainfall as well. Projecting another half an inch to inch for most of us. There's been a little bit more this morning in Connecticut, and you may see just a little bit more through the afternoon. You can see there are some thunderstorms here south of Long Island that are lifting northward. Another cluster of rain here to the east, and all of this kind of pinwheeling around that low. So we're going to be in these showers over the next few hours. So if you have plans this afternoon, have rain gear with you. It might not be raining, and then 10 minutes later you're going to get in on a shower. This one cruising up Route 3 right now from Marshfield, headed up toward Weymouth. We had another one that just came through Walpole, making its way here north of Framingham. This is going to lift up into Acton, and there are more showers lining up around Douglas, headed towards Sutton, and eventually Worcester. So you get the idea. These showers continue to lift to the north, and they're filling in up on the North Shore as well. We're running in the 50s and lower 60s right now. We will inch up a few more degrees this afternoon, and with the more of an east-southeasterly wind today, temperatures not as chilly as they were yesterday, but still, of course, held down by the rain. In and out of these showers here, some periodic downpours through the afternoon. And this evening, yeah, that's a thunderstorm. Not out of the question that we get a few rumbles of thunder to pass on through. Best chance of that, I think, is going to go as we go from mid-afternoon toward the evening hours. So that drive home this afternoon, could see a little flash of lightning in the distance. Hear the rumble of thunder with these downpours crossing the area. Once these move out after about 8-9 o'clock this evening, it will turn a little drier overnight as we see the showers taper, but I think we're going to be left with areas of drizzle and fog. Low to mid 50s tonight, so we don't drop too much. Tomorrow, clouds will break for some splashes of sunshine, and there could be a few showers popping up, but it's a much drier day, warmer too. We're going to be closer to 70 degrees. You can see in the morning we'll have the cloud cover, and then by midday the skies are starting to brighten a little bit with some breaks of sunshine, and that may fuel just a couple of these pop-up showers, especially as you go north of Boston up through the North Shore, closer to that upper level low that is starting to finally pull away. And as it does so, you know what it leaves us on Thursday? A decent day, an actual dry day. Temperatures around 70 degrees, so not bad on Thursday. And here's the thing about Friday. Another system is dropping in. It's going to bring in rain early in the day. I think Friday is looking like a cool, kind of damp day, but it's coming in earlier and it's leaving earlier on Saturday. So Saturday morning with some showers, and then look, we're going to brighten things up in the afternoon. So we're going to salvage a good part of the weekend here. Saturday afternoon is looking a little bit better, and Mother's Day on Sunday is looking great with sunshine. Temperatures around 70 degrees. What a nice treat for mom after a lot of gloomy weekends around here. It looks like this one is going to bring some improvements.